Hello, Jill here, and today I am just working on my journal, and I thought maybe you guys might like to see me do some of the things that I do. So I've been making a lot of inserts and ephemera. You've seen my little butterfly and so on, so I thought I'd go through some of the other things. And before we do that, I want to thank all of you. I finally reached 1,000 subscribers on my channel. I was so thrilled, and I think I thanked you guys in another video, but you can never thank someone too much. So I so appreciate your time, and I appreciate that you like what I'm doing, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions. So come on in, join me today, and I'll show you what I'm working on. So today I wanted to show you when I made her, I said I was going to make he. And so I did make he, and he came out really cute as well. I still like the gold thread, not so much stitching with it, but it does add a lovely amount of texture to his little body. I made his little eyes and his antenna. I thought that came out really cute. So he's going in, of course she's going in, and I struggled with whether to put two in. Does it take away from one if I put one in and not the other, or if I put them both in? I don't know, what do you think? Vote, him or her. Put your answer down in the comments. Him or her. Oh, there's a third choice, or both, because they're kind of like a couple, you know? They're kind of like a couple that can't be parted. Well, let's see what you guys come up with and let me know. I would love having somebody make some of the decisions for me, and you guys are the perfect people to ask. So this morning I was sitting here and I thought, well, I cut out the tags, I cut out a bunch of other ephemera, and I thought, well, I'm going to sit down and stitch on some of these, and then I thought I would make the eyelet things. I'm going to reinforce them with these and then punch my hole and so on. This one is one I made a while ago, and I drew that. I like drawing those. I think I'm having another one in this journal, so there'll be two hand-drawn nature items in the journal, and I thought that came out really cute. I'll probably get a little more decorative up there, but we'll see how that goes. Also today I have got to print some more of the papers because I'm running low, and there's some pages I did not print yet. There's some pages I didn't print yet, so I think I'm going to print those. Good news, bad news is I have to print them on a different printer. Now, do we want one on the back, or can we leave that alone? Let's see. Another decision. Oh my gosh, I've watched so many lovely, oh, I like it on there. I'm gonna have to put it on there. Okay. And I'm not inking around the edge of these here. I will ink around the edge of the tags, I think. Done more inking than I plan to do in this journal. But anyway, back to my videos I've been watching. So many wonderful videos. I get so inspired, I get mesmerized, and then I don't get into here and start making them. Isn't that sad? So sad, Jill. I think you guys saw some of the ephemera I made already, so we don't want to go back through that. We'll see it again when we do the walkthrough. How's that? Yeah, because I made some cute things. I think cute things. Some interesting little bits. Maybe I will show you. Do you want to peek? Sometimes I get so excited I can't stop myself from sharing with you. Okay, let's see. I think I did one of them in here. Let me see. Where did it go? Oh, I did do something. If you saw my where are we at with this journal, you knew that this was just a tuck spot, not meant to be a pocket or anything else. But I did put a magnet here to hold that shut. This is the second signature, so I didn't want that popping out. But that's not the one I was talking about. This one, I did this one. I did this one, and I thought she came out so pretty. I made her, she's a photo. I stitched around her. I put this little tab here because she slides out of her picture frame. And if we flip it up, then she's got journaling spot on the back. And I thought she came out really cute. So it is basically an up tuck into a photo frame. I stitched around her so she came out real pretty. I thought that was cute. My dogs, it's early in the morning and they're saying hello to the whole neighborhood. Yay, I guess. I don't know. I'm doing a bunch of other things with these pages. So, let me show you this one. So this was just a full page and I decided to make it a tuck spot back here. And I actually made it 2 tuck spots. And you can see I stitched here, and I stitched here. Now you could use glue or whatever, but I thought, well, I'll stitch mostly to remind me that this was a double pocket instead of or double tuck instead of one single side tuck. So I'm doing lots of things like that this morning and trying to get these signatures up to speed. And I will tell you, it's challenging at times because I get to where I want to do a bunch of stitching. Like on this one, I just love how the stitching came out. I thought since it had leaves, I would do a pretty leaf one. And I stitched and stitched until I ran out of bobbin thread. And I thought, okay, time to change it up a little bit. I'm going to go make the tops for these. And then I'll go from there. So that's what I'm doing this morning. So tell me what you're working on. Come on, tell me what you're working on. Some of you tell me, and tell me what videos you're watching. I love to be referred to videos that either are very similar to what I'm doing or very different, because it lends a lot of inspiration for me. And you know, when you're by yourself watching videos, you have to scroll and scroll and scroll, and some of you already know where there's some wonderful videos, so you shouldn't have to. We should be able to refer each other to some of them. Wouldn't that be nice? So let me know what you're watching. Let me know what you're making. Are you making things for gifts or for yourself? Do you sell on Etsy? Let me know what your shop is down in the description box. I'd be happy to go check out your shop. I like to support the small shops. Yeah, so just let me know. Now this one feels a little bit, let me grab a paper towel. I watch a lot of Louisa Heinzel because I'm in awe of her skill and her knowledge in mediums. I'm not a medium person. Every time I work in distress oxide, acrylics and paints and stuff, I get intimidated by the medium itself, so I don't work in them too much. But I love what she's doing, and I love her finished product. So it's very different than my style. I guess that's why I like it too. I mean, do you guys like things that are different in than your style? Now, I could snip these off. I don't like those square corners. I could snip them off, or I could just round them a little bit. I like them round, so that decision is made. But in this one I stitched, so I'm not gonna, I'll snip that because I've already stitched it. And then we'll have to re-ink that. But see, it just takes a little harshness off that edge. You see that? Let me do this one. You see how it's square? And if we just do snip, snip, just the littlest bit. Look at how it softens that edge. Plus the, you know, anytime you have a square edge, there's a chance those corners will get kind of tattered and frayed. And this one is stitched also, so we will snip it. And of course, when I'm done, I'm going to have to get all these little snippets out of my book and off the desk and do a cleanup project. So there's those. Let's see, am I going to put, let's do, whoops, I'm dropping Peggy. Let me show you Peggy. A friend of mine. Please don't freak out. Just 1 minute. Let me calm them down. So don't freak out, but Peggy, a friend of mine has a 3D printer. And this is Peggy. And I got this. If you look at Louisa Heinzel's videos, she made a Come On Chameleon journal that was so fabulous. And she had this little chameleon or lizard, and she had it painted so pretty. And it went along with her journal. And I told my friend about it, and I said, boy, I'd love to have a little chameleon lizard thing, and I want to paint it. Well, I haven't got around to painting her yet, but I did name her Peggy. She's smiling. Can you see her smiling? This is so off topic, but she watches me craft. She moves around my desk like Elf on the Shelf. Have you ever heard of Elf on the Shelf? I don't know where you're from, if you've heard of it, or if you have them in your neck of the woods or wherever you're from. But she's kind of like Elf on a Shelf. You never quite know where she's going to show up. If you notice, I didn't get that straight there, so this isn't going to be straight here, but we're going to worry about the front. And I'm using the bigger, this is my biggest hole punch, and I'm using it because I want to put, I think I'm going to put fabric through these little fabric toppers or tags, and I can always put a little other thing through there. And I'm going through some stitching, so that's why it's so hard to punch. Oh boy, there's more stuff to clean up off my desk. Well, that's what crafting's all. That's the other part of crafting, right? Is the cleanup. So let's see. We've got these here now. What are we going to do with them? I don't know. I kind of feel like that one's done, except for some kind of a tag, a label, a tag, a label. I was going to tell you guys, when I come in the morning, and I come in here every morning, so if you're not seeing me, you need to reach out and say, Jill, we're not seeing you. What are you doing? What are you working on? And I will jump on here and show you. But lots of times in the morning, I come in my craft room, and the first thing I do is, I'm not sure what I feel like making. I'm not sure where I'm going. So I start doing fussy cutting, because you know what? There is always some fussy cutting to do, right? Oh, do we like that on there? I kind of like that. Okay. There's always fussy cutting to do, right? I mean, oh my goodness. So let's get rid of that harsh white edge, which I talk about all the time. Don't like that. I don't really need the brownish color, but I do like that. So I start with fussy cutting, and then I decide, it's funny because the energy starts to flow in the craft room, and I just kind of, something will be laying in front of me. This is where I am a squirrel. Something lays in front of me, and I decide, oh, I want to work on that. So then I work on that, and I just go where the energy takes me. It's kind of nice. Don't have to worry about certain things. But I like getting once I start a journal, I get so involved. and I want every page to be different and unique. I want every tag to be different and unique. That's why I started drawing these nature drawings. I just love them. I may do some stamping up there. I'll have to think. I'll set that aside and think about that. I love how this back came out. I tattered that edge and a couple of stamps, and I was a happy camper there. Okay, I'll set that one aside. This is different. Do I have anything already cut out that I could use for that? It's got butterflies and bees. Maybe I don't like that color with it. Where's my other circle things? Oh, here's one. That's real different. I doubt you can see it, but this has a really dark burgundy red in there, and it kind of goes with the butterfly on here, so maybe I will have that dangle off of there. I have a little bee over here, but I don't think he matches. You see, I have some leaves. I have just some leaves over here. That would make a nice tuck spot, wouldn't it, if it was strong enough? Do I have anything? I don't have it backed. I could back it and I don't know if I like that. But I may back that and then use it for a tuck spot, because I'm going to use this little heart. But look, I mean, it could make a great, come on, Joe, pick it up. It could make a great little tuck spot, you know? So I look around my desk and go, what can I make a tuck spot out of? Let me see. Let me set this little booklet isn't quite finished yet. I'm trying to decide what to do. This is something I'm veering off again, but this was in the printables, and it obviously was a open book, and I added very old 1800s Italian book page to these two pages to make it look like it was the inside of that book. Clever, I thought it was clever. Anyhow, and I put it behind this leaf, which was part of this digital image, so that it looked like the leaf was laying on top of the page. So I think that's so cute. I'm just trying to decide whether to include it in a little booklet, which this would stick out, or to glue it together and actually make a, just a journaling space out of it. So anyhow, that's veering off topic. Where's my other, oh, here it is. I have this, but it's got to do with birds, but that kind of looks nice on there. And I have this little nest. That kind of looks nice on there. Oh, I kind of like the one that had the bird. I kind of like the heart. I think, even though the grains are somewhat different, I think I like this one. So I'm going to put a tiny hole in there with my... I'm not going to put a eyelet in there. I will use the small punch on my crocodile. As you can see me here, guesstimating where it's going to go. We'll say right there. Okay. Let's lock that back up and get some. I need to find my little fabrics where I sometimes find some threads for putting through the top of a tag. There, this will work. Cute. This will work. Will I be able to stick it through there? Stick that lace through that little tiny hole, or do I need to have a... Oh, I didn't want to put a brad on that. Oh, check it out. It's working. Okay. I may come back and... I don't think I want to do beading in this journal, but I'm struggling with that because I think it would look really cute, right? I think so. Okay. Let's get this tied. Nice and neat. Now, do we want the strings to go down or go up, or let them just go floppy, right? But we will trim a little bit off. Ooh, I have furry scissors. Look at that. Furry. well, I was fussy cutting like I said. So there's that. And here's this little, oh, I probably should, yeah, we're gonna have to do some inking around the edge of this. I use Vintage Photo Distress ink. I'll show you that. Okay, Vintage Photo. And I don't know, when I come in here, I just like to take my time. I don't like to feel the rush. If I feel rushed or anxious in any way, I stop. And I was telling you about the videos I've been watching, so inspirational. And I watch a lot of stitching videos. If you haven't seen my wonky birds, go out and take a look. If you're not a stitcher, I mean, it's not a big deal, but and so I see these people stitching these wonderful, wonderful different projects, and it makes me want to go and do some stitching. And when I'm making a journal, I'm kind of into the zone of journaling, and I don't know if this will cut or tear. Let me try. Oh, good. Oh. Good up to a point. Then it wanted to stop. Let me see. Beep. With these reinforcements, I don't feel quite like I have to have all the, get rid of some threads there. I don't feel like I have to have the metal eyelet there. I do think it adds something, but I did put the reinforcements on there, so I don't feel like I have to have the other. Now the question is, I love that little that frayed edge, so maybe we do this and let those overlap. Yes, I like that. I'm going to staple that instead of tie it. Stapling does, oh boy, here I am talking about something I don't like to talk about. And the word is bulk. I don't like talking about it. I mean, your journal is going to have, I ran out of staples. Of course I did. While I'm on camera, I run out of staples. This is a Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, and these are the tiny, tiny little staples that go inside of here. Very easy to load. Stick them in there. This slide, let that slide back. This slides down over, and you're all ready to go. I wish I had some of those in colors, but I don't. So I'm very grateful for what I have and what I use. Okay, I'm going to staple this. And I was talking about bulk. Well, I don't like that word. I mean, everybody, yes, you have to think about it some, but honestly, put in your journal what you want. If it gets thick and bulky and it's bulging, you know, you tie a sari silk around it, but you know, aren't you more in love with it the more it's just free flowing? Whatever it is, it makes me happy. I don't want to have to worry about something being, oh, it's got too much bulk or not enough bulk. Now I can save those because I can put them on something else. And I also put these aside. I would like to fray some of this end, so I'm going to fray some of this. Bear with me a couple minutes. You can see how, you know, when you're working and you have supplies next to you, isn't that funny? You have supplies next to you, you want to use them all, but then there's so much other supplies in your room that you haven't used for a long time. But, yeah. Oh well. I like to use, so, oh, got to do this one too. Not forget that one. Okay. Now I could have put some Distress Oxide on that fabric, but no, isn't that cute? I mean, it's very simple. I could put something here. I might do that. But those things I'll leave for later because I have to think about them. But if you're working in a journal and you want to put a button and somebody says, oh, it's going to create bulk. I mean, if you want a button there, put a button there. And put it in your journal. Let it get fat and chunky. Let it get, you know, like I said before, let it go where the energy wants to take it. Okay. Let's look at this one here. I have little threads, of course, all over. Just 1 minute. We'll get rid of those. I think I was looking at labels and tags, and I put that one on there. I have other tags. Some of them are already in the journal in the various signatures, and some of them are these ones are the ones that I haven't figured out a place for just yet, but I wanted to finish them up. I also have a bunch of these little journaling cards. Little journaling cards I stitched around, and they have collage on the back. After all, this is the Nature Collage Collection, right, from Art House Whimsy. And I'll show you this. I made this little, this envelope was part of the kit, so I put it together, and inside is a little postcard. I'll probably put something else in there. And then if you turn it over, I have a little thing holding this string there. I don't like the closures to come off of things because you lay them down. If I lay them down on my desk, you know, it's chances are I'm going to spend time searching for that piece of twine, closure, whatever, and I'm not going to get it. It's time I'd rather spend crafting, so I don't like those to come off. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have this little stamp. I did like this little stamp. It's a 7-cent stamp. We could do a little collage on another one of these tags. Well, that leafy piece might be cute. What do I do with it? I still have the leaves. Here they are. Oops. Don't come apart, little leaf. No. I still kind of like that there, but I don't think that's going to go there. That one, I don't know. This is my quandary. Help. Oh, I could put a pocket on the tag. What do we think about that idea? What's on the back of that? Oh, that's pink. We could put a pocket on the tag. Oh, I know where this is going in, where there's pink. I'll have to see if I want to put anything else on the back of that. But on the front, I could make this a tuck spot over here. Let me see. Or would we want it on the, I don't think we'd want it up there. It'll run into my little heart. My lovey-dovey heart. Okay. Right now I'm liking that. If we make it a tuck on this side, we have the opportunity to layer something up here as well, which we might want to. I just think these are a little dark. I want to look for something lighter. Maybe point to which one you're like, oh my gosh, look at that. I got something for this. Do you see it? Let me get over here. Look at this pretty stamp. And it's got just a little bit of pink on it. Love, love, love. I knew something would come up. It's a little matchy, but I just love it. We'll ink it up and see how that looks. And that one, I'm liking that one. It's not light, but let's cut both of these out and see what we can do with them. Oh, move your stuff, Jill. Move your things over that you're not working on. If I move them all over what I'm not working on, I end up with, I can't see everything. Then I don't have as many options. I only have options for what is laying in front of me because that's, oh, I just love that. It needs something behind it to stand out. What's on the back of this one? The pink. Oh, maybe we put that on the back. I just love that. Let me ink this up. Uh-oh. I didn't close my art glitter glue. I'm gonna have to clear that nozzle. I'm sure it was sitting there since I put these circles on the top of these tags. Uh-oh. Snip these corners real quick, and I'll have to re-ink those edges. So anyhow, what's today? Today where I am, it is Thursday morning. It's quiet here right now, except for my dog saying hello to everybody. And I'm wondering if this isn't first day back to school for the kids here, which means that the school buses have been running, and the dogs always have to go out, and then the kids are out. So the kids from the neighborhood are out, and it's always exciting for the dogs to have the neighborhood kids come back. I want to leave journaling spots. I mean, you know that, and this could have been journaled on the back of this little stamp, but I'm going to stick it on here. And lo and behold, my art glitter glue didn't clog up. Oh my goodness, it's my lucky day. Yay. I just love that. I love that little, and the pink flower. Oops, I'll get you off of there. Yep. I still have to put something on the front, but I'll find it. It'll come. And it may be book page. I think I told you in these journals I used some of my very old Italian book pages. I get those from Roxy Creations, and she's based in Italy, and her pages are, this would be pretty as a tag on there. Of course, the tag doesn't have any words, does it? Where's my box of words? Do we want some words on there? Here. Now, when I mentioned that I fussy cut, I put all the fussy cut things in a little container for my project, and then when I need to pick something out for a tag or whatever, I mean, they're right here to hand. So let's see, and let's look at that one. Oh, that's got pink on the back too. Let's look at that one. So give ourselves lots of options and see what we want. The other thing I have is in this kit, lovely, and I only printed out the large ones. There's a whole page of typewritten content. It's a lovely little story, and so you can cut out little pieces of this and put them in as, you know, your little blurb or your little label or whatever, and that's really nice too. So I use some of those throughout. These, I think I could have made some of these a little smaller. What's this one? We don't want orders. Types in their inheritance, in bloom. Oh, maybe in bloom on there. Do I have it in a different color? There were two colors in here. In the kit. I don't know if you can see me, but this is kind of how I do it. I just kind of ruffle through, and it's not like I'm reading every single one of these. I just kind of have to fumble through till something catches my eye. Linden Grove Gardens. I like that. Are we fussy cutting again? Did I not finish this? I love fussy cutting. It's kind of like slow stitching for me. it's very mindful. It just, you know, you're just cutting, and you can kind of let your mind flow, and you don't have to worry. I mean, you want to do a nice job cutting, but I'm not stressed over cutting. I just like to Linden Grove Gardens. I kind of like that. It might need a backdrop of, since I have that brown on there, does it need a backdrop of brown on there? No, it does not. I do not like that. Maybe a backdrop of green. No, I don't like that. We'll leave that one sit there, and we'll go on and look for a couple others. Enjoy the wilderness? I don't think so. Do you see something that would match good? Well, do you see something among the trees? Among the trees. Those plants there look like they would be something among the trees. Ferns and such in my area grow under the trees. So we'll give it a shot. We'll see what that looks like. And when I do my fussy cutting too, I'm not too particular. I know that when I come to putting them together and actually using them, that they get their little haircut if I missed any spots, or if there's any white edges showing on the, what's that one? Stream side. We can't say that, stream side. Beautiful. Let me see. It's not an insect. I do have a couple insects in here. Might want to set that one aside and put that on a, see if it would go on there. Sunlight and shadow. Sunlight and shadow. I kind of like the color of that on that. Okay, I think I got some things I can work with. Let's see. Let's give me 1 minute, please, and I'll show you. I gather these all up by sliding them onto a piece of paper under my mat, and then just shovel them all back into the box. There we go. Okay, set that aside. I'm going back to fussy cutting. I think I want to use this butterfly. This journal has a lot of butterfly images, and they're quite pretty. I have not decided how to bind this journal yet. I'm still working on the signatures, and I feel like that epiphany will come to me when it's time. I would like to do a no-sew binding like Natasha did on her channel a while back, and it was a lovely way to bind, but I just want to be sure that it's that whatever binding I choose, that's very sturdy and very very sturdy and very you know, can withstand opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing. Now you can see I printed this out. I just want to show you this, and I did inking with Distress ink on the back, and look at how the paper still is a little bit irregular because of the moisture in the Distress ink. But when you stitch these down, or stitch them down, you're not stitching them down. When you lay them down and glue them onto your project, they will all flatten out. If I had known that, if I had thought about it, I would have, you can use your heat gun to dry things, but I really try to be patient and let them dry on their own. I just think they come out so much better, but sometimes, you know, we've talked about my level of patience, and that I don't have any. So if you're new to my channel, you will get used to you will get to know me better, and I will get to know you better, and that will be a wonderful thing. So yeah, my patience level for drying, it's difficult to let them dry when you want to move on, but I am learning. Let it dry, set it aside, and go work on something else. Now, as much as I'm a squirrel, isn't that funny? Because whatever I'm working on and it's going well, and I'm inking and I'm painting and I'm happy, and then you got to set it aside and wait for it to dry. It sounds contradictory, doesn't it? Like that there. I like those flowers. I don't want to cover up my whole background. Help me out, folks. We don't need this among the trees. Linden Grove Gardens. That looks nice on there because it's very light colored. My butterfly, do we want that one on there? No. No. 7-cent stamp. I have some butterfly stamps. Maybe I should get those out. Here we go. So I think, let me see how long we've been on here. I don't want to bore you forever. Let me look. It's been about 40 minutes. I'm going to go off camera and finish making these, and at the end of the video I will add some photos of what we finished and what I finished up on. I want to say thank you for coming along with me today. Thank you for helping me make decisions. Put your notes down in the comments. Thank you so much. You have a great rest of your day. Do something you love, and until the next time.